create bookings manually in TourTask, you first have to log into your TourTask panel and then go to Bookings, Create. So this is used when your clients did not book online on your website or through any of the external channels, but instead they, for example, walked into a physical office and a worker of yours at the agency created the booking manually for that person. Or also if the client has some kind of special requirement, or you agree on a discount of some kind, so then this is the way to go. So first you enter the email. And then the name of the client. And here at the top, you can see is on trip or not, right? So this indicates if this person is actually on the trip, which means that it's one of the passengers on this in this booking on the tour. So the language of the person, this is the language of any notifications that will come from TourTask automatically to this person, and the country where this person is from. And here we can add a phone. So we can change the country code of the phone. So we can do, let's say, Chile. We can add more phones as well if that would be necessary, but one is fine for now. So economy, this is the currency here of the booking. So if you would want to fix prices in a different currency for this booking, you can do that. Or if you also may just want to give them the price in a certain currency, but you would have to make them know that the prices are fixed in whatever your business currency is. So in this case, US dollars is the default currency for this business. We could also change it in theory to Mexican peso, for example. And then all of the prices of the tours will have changed according to the current exchange rate. So for now we can just go back to the standard currency US dollars. Here we can give a general discount as well on the whole booking. And if this user right here is an agent that has a discount in percentage, so then this here, this discount of this agent will be automatically selected here. You will still though have the option of removing the discount completely or changing it just for this booking. So then we can go down, we can just leave it at 0 for now. So deposit options, here we can add an option for the client, so that they can pay, for example, 50% instead of 100%. So they can select that then at the payment screen. If you, for example, only require a deposit and then maybe you will require the remaining portion closer to the travel date, or maybe even in cash when they arrive, whichever you prefer. So the amount of passengers of the booking is established right here. And here you can select the hotel of the person. So let's do that. And if the hotel does not exist, you will have to add it here in bookings, locations. So here you can add a name of the second passenger and an email if you would want to. You can also add a language that they speak. By clicking this button, you can add a language to all of them. And here you can add a custom language as well. Like so. The arrival and the departure of the people, this can be good to know. If you, for example, will have to cancel the tour one day, it's good to have this information to know if they will be here at the destination still when you plan to do the tour instead on the new date of the tour. So here you will see all of the tours that you have created in your system. So here we have urban category tours, and here we have hikes. So we only have 2 tours now. This tour is only enabled for private tours and not for group tours, as we can see here. So let's add it for now as a private tour, a city tour, and the hike, we can go ahead and add that as a group tour as well. So on the 23rd. So here we can see all of the tours that are added to this booking. So the private tours will be in blue and the group tours will be in green. So let's add a date for this one, the 22nd at 9:30, let's say. And if we would need to go earlier than 9, we go down to the bottom and select 8:30 here instead. Additional information is any information regarding this tour. So let's say the passengers asked for an umbrella, so bring umbrella. And here we can right now enter who will be the guide for this tour. So we can do this one, and also the honorary to this person. So let's see, let's say a $50 and a vehicle as well, and the cost of using this vehicle. Let's just put $50 there as well. And if this tour would require let's say an additional guide or a driver as well, we can add those components here. Though first you will have to create the component over at Tours and Components right there. So let's go with this for now. Guide and a vehicle. For the group tour, we have this here. We can have the date and the time. And we can also change the cost of these within this booking. So this will not affect the standard price of the tour, only what we have in the side of this booking. So we can do that by clicking this menu right here and edit price. So then we can edit the actual base of this tour, what's entered since before when this tour was created. So we can raise the base price of it and then the per person price as well, if we would want to. We can also give it a discount here in percentage, or we can add a percentage as well to the tour, whichever you would prefer. So done. So here we can see this little icon. This means that the price of this tour is different than the standard price. If we want to remove it from the booking, we simply click the button and then remove tour. And down here we can actually do the same on the group tour. This is $150 per person. So we can go give it a percentage adjustment, or we can also change the price here directly. Let's see, let's do $130. So if we would have more than one group for this departure of the group tour, then we would see the other group here, so that we can actually move the passengers between the groups. We would just do that by clicking the passengers and move, or replace, if we would want to replace this passenger with another passenger in a different group. But right now, this departure is not even scheduled yet. It will be scheduled when we create this tour. So we will, because of that, not have any additional groups here in this departure. Custom item. So this is if you have an activity that you want to sell to this client, but you don't want to add it to the TourTask system. So let's say sleep in a cave, which is a custom experience designed only for this this couple of tourists here. So date and time. If this custom item does not have a date and time, then simply disable that. If, for example, it's maybe a national park ticket or something else that does not have date and time. But for now, this is a tour, so let's set the date and time. And if we have this one enabled, this activity will actually be considered a tour, which means that when with any confirmations that the tourist will receive, they will also receive a tour voucher for this tour. So here we set the price down below. So let's set the price to $500. We can also set it per person here to $150. Since this is not a tour that is created since before, it will not have any components added by default. We can add them though. Guide, let's say we need a vehicle as well, perhaps. And then we can enter who the guide and who the vehicle, which vehicle it will be. So let's just do it like that. And this guide, this provider, is apparently marked as not being paid per activity. So that is why we will not be offered to enter the honorary for this activity right here. Let's do that. And let's do $50 there. If we would have any additional information that we would want people to see in the operations calendar, we can enter that here. For example, bring sleeping bags. So that's it. And here we have the booking section. Once this tour is saved, we'll be able to print vouchers here. And the name of the booking, you can just leave it at that. This is the passenger, the contact person actually. We'll automatically fill out this form here. Distribution channel, optional information of how this booking entered. And if you would want to add more sales points here, for example, an office location or whichever you prefer, you would have to do that in Channel Manager and Sales Points. So now let's go down here again to the booking section. And if these services of yours were recommended by a receptionist at a hotel or something like that, who you have registered as a commissionee, then you can enter the email of that person right here, and then that person will receive commission for that. It will be listed, and commissions to pay after these services have been performed. You'll be able to pay that in economy pay commissions. So here we can see the status of the booking. It is still unpaid. If you want to manually register payment, you can do that here. Let's say they paid a certain amount in transfer. If they paid total, you can just click pay total. Or you can enter a certain amount like this, register. So now the status is deposit paid. And whenever we have a new payment registered here, we will be offered to send vouchers as well. But for now, let's deactivate that. We can save the booking. There we go. So now we can see this booking in the operations calendar here. There it is. So it has a blue line around, meaning that only deposit has been paid. So here we have the different activities, and there's the group tour here. There's a sleep in a cave activity. And if you want to charge this customer online, you can just give them this link here, public page. So this is the payments page of the booking. First, you will have to, of course, create payment methods for your business. And whenever you have, the client will have these methods here available so they can select the one that they prefer. And you can also access this link from within the booking. So to return to the booking, you can go manage here from this menu, manage, or you can also click these small buttons here and go to manage, this one. Or you can also go to bookings, view, and then you can search any bookings here, but since this is the only booking that we have in the system now, we will only see this one. But you can search here by passenger name, email, booking name, or the ID of the booking as well. And then we can just go here and manage. And then if we would want to access that same link of the bookings page, you can do that in the booking section right here, public booking page. Then we will go to this part here. So then you can just copy and paste this link and send it to the person by WhatsApp, email, etc. You can also download the tour vouchers here if you would like to. All of them or just any individual one. And also at the end here where we have the summary of the pricing of the tour, this can very easily be copied and pasted into an email by clicking copy to clipboard, and then you can enter that into any email client of yours and just paste it, and the client of yours will have this information right here. And lastly, at the bottom you also have this little button here where you can remove the booking, but of course we would not want to do that in this case, so let's just leave it. And that's it. That's how you create bookings in TourTask. If you have any questions, please let us know.